Hey there. So this video I'm recording a couple weeks after I initially published the course. It's a topic or a question a lot of students have been posting about, and it's something I think is really important to address. With that said, you might notice I am on a Mac, so if you are on a PC, I apologize. I'm away from home, but I think it's just important that I get this video out there. So I only have a Mac laptop, so I'm recording it with that. With that said, it won't matter as far as the content of the video, what we're really covering. It just might look a little different, but everything should behave the same way. If I open up the Python interpreter, what I want to talk about is the difference between typing 5 and then running print 5. I know it seems like they both do the same thing, but it's actually very different behind the scenes. What we have to talk about first is the point of the Python interpreter, what I'm running right now. The Python interpreter is a place for quickly debugging code or testing things out, trying new things, but it is not where anybody really writes applications or real code. The way that it behaves, I think I've already mentioned this before, it's something called a REPL, R-E-P-L, read, evaluate, print loop is what that stands for. I type some code like 42 or 43, I hit enter, it reads it in, it evaluates it, which there's nothing really to evaluate, but maybe I could do some math here, jumping ahead a bit. It's going to evaluate the result and then print it. So read, evaluate, print, prints it to me. So I get 44 and then it loops, meaning I can do something again. And it keeps going over and over and over. So that's very different, like I said, than how most people write code. You might write 50 lines in a file and execute it all at once. In the Python interpreter, you type a line and another line and another line, and they're all evaluated individually and printed back to you. But if we take a line just like 5 and I put it in a Python file, which I have over here, or even let's do 43 plus 1 just to be consistent, and I save the file, if I run this as Python, it is going to be executed. So at some point, Python is going to figure out what 43 plus 1 is, but it's never going to show it to me. It's never going to print it out. It just disappears. So if I run that file, I have to quit out of here, and then I'm going to run it. I called it demo.py. If you're on a PC, remember it's probably going to be Python, not Python 3. Nothing happens, or it looks like nothing happens. Nothing's printed out, but the code is still run. But by wrapping it in print, I am telling it, okay, I want you to output this thing to the terminal so I can see it. And now it's printed out. So in the Python interpreter over here, I don't have to say print on anything if I want to see the result, because I'm going to see the result no matter what, if I want to see it or not. But if I'm running it from a script, which is what we'll be doing most of the time, I have to write print in order to output something. So I know it doesn't seem like a big distinction, but it's actually very important. The interpreter behaves in a special or different way than almost everything else that you'll do in Python. So just be aware of that. Write print if you want to output something from a script. If you're working in the interpreter, then yeah, it's not going to do much for you. Okay, hopefully that made it a little clearer.